more as we take a look at our Buffalo Wild Wings starting lineup, Steve.
Looking at Dakota Mathias for Purdue, shooting the ball extremely well, 8 of 17 from 3 in his last 4 games. Very underrated defender. For Iowa, Tyler Cook needs to stay out of foul trouble. If he can put some pressure on Biggie Swanigan.
There you see Matt Painter on the left, 12th year at Purdue. He's a 3-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. Fran McCaffrey, 7th year with the Hawks, been to the last 3 NCAA tournaments, but he has the youngest starting lineup in school history this year with the 4 freshmen. 2 of the 3 highest scoring teams in the Big Ten, so should be a fun one, and it's Iowa controlling the tip. This is the conference's leading scorer, Peter Jock.
Iowa does a really good job of spacing the floor. Try to open up dribble, drive, penetration.
Jock inside, and nice little fingertip roll there by Tyler Cook.
And that ought to get Cook going early. Just can't stay down there and wrestle in the post, and he's not having to guard Swanigan to start. That's Pimsel.
Already a different field in the first matchup. Purdue led the entire game in that one, but Vince Edwards answers with a 3.
In my opinion, Dave, if Purdue is going to be an elite ball club, Vince Edwards is the key. He can do a little bit of everything at 6'8". Take a lot of pressure off the inside.
Here's Moss with the pull-up off the screen from Pemsel. Rebound to the freshman Carson Edwards. Purdue looking to run, but Edwards will pull it back out. Now Vince Edwards. Had the early hoop, couldn't get another, left that one short. And the rebound tracked down by Cook.
I like that aggressiveness, though, by Edwards. Like you said, he got that first one to drop and looking to continue to put pressure on the defense.
Freshman Bohannon, he was not the starting point guard at the beginning of the year. Has taken over the starting point guard duties, though. Now Jock with the shot clock at 10. Had just 1 basket in the first half of their first meeting. 3 seconds to shoot. Pemsel, nice move.
Cordell Pemsel, a freshman, knows what his game is. He stays within himself. Very high percentage shooter around the bucket, especially 66% on the season.
Well, he just doesn't take bad shots.
That's right.
Like you said, he knows what he's good at. Edwards missing that one. Jock the rebound for the Hawks. Here's Jock for 3. Out there, and Edwards with another rebound. On the break, Vince Edwards. And a blocking foul. Like Swanigan might have interfered there. I think that one had a chance to go in, Steve.
I agree. And I think Matt Painter's saying the same thing. He doesn't go up and do that, but take a look at Pimsel. A simple pump fake gets by Biggie Swanigan and gets to the rim. That's a nice move. And
take a look at Edwards again here, and yeah, no doubt, right?
Yeah. I think that was going to catch and go down for him.
There's an issue with the shot clock right now over the basket that Purdue is shooting at. It is stuck at 0. Now they have reset it to 30. Got a moment here, Steve. How about our tire rack expert analysis?
Well, when you look at Purdue, they start inside and then work their way out. If they can get Biggie and Haas established early, that will benefit them in Iowa. When they can get up and down and play a 94-foot game, they're very difficult to defeat. They turned that game around Sunday against Rutgers by extending pressure. Rutgers was playing well, but Iowa turned the D up.
Problems with the electronics here. They can't get the shot clock over that basket to work right now, so they'll figure that. At the free throw line for the Boilers. Has their only 3 points. Very versatile player. He's top 3 on the team in scoring, rebounds, assists, steals, and made threes last season. Put his name in for consideration in the NBA draft, but made the decision to come back to school.
He's really played well the last 4 games. 12.5 points, 2.5 assists. He's got 10 offensive rebounds in that time, so his activity level and confidence is elevated.
So now here's Bohannon from a great basketball lineage. A couple of brothers who played at Wisconsin. Dad was a quarterback here at Iowa. Pemsel has it blocked inside. Cook going hard and gets it back and gets it to go.
Shoot, Iowa's got their own version of Twin Towers here. The young fellas staying on the offensive glass.
A lot of young talent on this Iowa team. Plenty to be excited about here going forward. Matthias setting the screen. P.J. Thompson had it stripped away. Bohannon's got it for the Hawks. He was slowed up.
Well, they were going to go to Tyler Cook there. Matthias had gotten switched on him.
Here is Cook. Slips it inside to Pemsel, and he will go to the line.
You see Cook going up with the offensive rebound. Nice job keeping the ball high. And then a nice pocket pass to Pemsel right there, who draws the contact. He's mad he didn't get that one down.
So Pemsel to the free throw line. And he misses that one. So take a look at Fran McCaffrey. He started recruiting Cordell Pemsel when he was in 8th grade. Had a bunch of injuries when he was in high school, including numerous knee injuries that led doctors to actually break his femur on purpose and reorient his leg. And since then, no knee problems.
And that's amazing, isn't it, that in today's medical field they can find out something like that early.
Matthias draining the three. We talked off the top about what a good outside shooting team this Purdue group is, and it really is a pick your poison team.
Oh, no doubt about it. And the way they space the floor. And Dakota Matthias, one of the better defenders in all of Big Ten Conference. Credited for really making Peter Jock struggle in their first matchup.
He is hounding him right now as the shot clock approaches 10. Bohannon with the long two.
And P.J. Thompson getting the earful from both head coach Matt Payne and associate head coach Jack Owen.
There's Edwards, and the freshman hits. First points for Carson Edwards. Man out of suburban Houston. So Purdue the 11-8 lead, shooting well from behind the arc as advertised. 3 out of 4 early on. Isaiah Moss tries to answer. He can't do it. Vince Edwards has the board for the Boilers. Here's Edwards in transition, straight to the hoop. No one got Vince Edwards, and he has 7 early points.
Yeah, that's showing you what he can do. Defensive rebound, start the break, navigate the defense, and finish at the rim.
Now Pemsel, that one rolls off from Caleb Swanigan with the rebound. Nation's leader in that category. Edwards will shoot it. That one rims out. Peter Jack the board.
Matt Painter told me a funny thing about Carson Edwards early on.
Moss hits the layup on the other end.
I love this phrase. Carson Edwards needs some moon with his son. He wants to go full bore the whole time, and when he learns to change things up, he'll be quite a player.
There's the first 2 points for Caleb Swanigan, the reigning Big Ten player of the week. He's already won it 4 times this year. You see the Boilers hot from the field early on. Jock trying to get going. Still has yet to score.
I like the way Pete is approaching this, though. He's not forcing the issue.
Take a 3 there, and he hits it. So Peter Jock with 3 points. Again, I mentioned it. He had only 2 in the first half in their first matchup. Now this crowd coming to life a little bit here. Carver Hawkeye.
And have such a young team, Fran McCaffrey really remains poised because he's got a special group of freshmen here.
Floater there in the lane by P.J. Thompson. First 2 for the junior from Indy. Bohannon. Floater that doesn't go. And Pemsel able to track down the board. So fresh 30 for the Hawkeyes. I was talking to Fran McCaffrey about that youth today. He said you cannot use it as an excuse. Nobody cares.
That's right. Not in this league. Unforgiving.
You have the senior leader here in Jock, and he hits another one. 2 straight field goals for Peter Jock, starting to heat up.
And Dakota Matthias couldn't have done any better than that, Dave. He was in Jock's face. And still, Jock so good.
Purdue's hit 5 of its last 6 from the field, and Swanigan will go to the free throw line when we come back.
Well, Peter Jock taking his time, not forcing the issue, starting to hit
Drives to the hoop. It's plural.
Yes, it is, and we've had some good ones. Vince Edwards going coast to coast. No defense picks him up, and he knows exactly what to do at the rim. And Isaiah Moss, one of Chi-Town's finest, going with the offhand. Nice English off the glass for our drives to the hoop.
Plenty of offense here early on. As we expected, a couple teams that both average more than 80 points per game. Caleb Swanigan to the free throw line for Purdue. And speaking of impressive numbers, how about 18.3 points, 12.9 rebounds, 2.7 assists. If he can keep that up over the course of the entire year, the last player in college hoops to hit each of those minimums in a season was Tim Duncan, his senior year at Wake Forest. That's some pretty good company.
That's great company. And it just shows you that not only is he talented, but you have to work hard to get those kind of numbers in production. This is a guy that thinks he needs to get every rebound that goes off the glass.
You were pointing out to me as Purdue was going through its layup lines. I mean, Swanigan goes hard in the layup lines.
Yes, he does. He's got the habit creation that's led to his success this season. He's got great habits.
Just relentless. Nice feed inside, and finishing it off is Ahmad Wagner with his first 2 off the pass from Bohannon.
Iowa has really attacked that high screen and roll, and Purdue seems to struggle defending it. Pimsell's already missed a layup, but Iowa's had great success in that high pick and roll.
There's Matthias. Back the rim and out. Chop the rebound for the Hawkeyes. And Ewell travel.
Right here, the pick and roll, and they screen one time, Dave, and then they come back and do it again. And they're trying to put Isaac Haas and Caleb Swanigan in those situations to make them play defense. Good job by Iowa. Little wrinkle here to start the game.
Vince Edwards. Ryan Klein, very good shooter in there, and he turns it over. Jock one-on-one with Matthias, and Jock gets the layup, and Iowa takes the lead.
In the open, Dave, we reference how talented Peter Jock is, not just scoring the basketball. He's locked in at the shoot-around. He saw that play coming. That was a shoot-around steal.
On the other end, Edwards, plenty of contact, and they call the foul. It's going to go against Nicholas Baer, who got the worst of that exchange. Nicholas Baer is down under the hoop. So Nicholas Baer being helped up, his team up by 1. Iowa, but a big blow here. Nicholas Baer being helped back to the locker room. He's their team leader in blocks and steals, second leading rebounder. Let's check out what happened here, Steve.
Well, Vince Edwards is going to the hole with authority and catches a knee in the rib cage area, it looks like, right there. And hopefully Nicholas is okay. I'm imagining they're doing some checking of his ribs and make sure that he's okay, but that was a tough play at the rim.
So now Vince Edwards back to the free throw line. He hits that one. Already 4 of 5 as a team from the stripe. Purdue is. They make more free throws than their opponents attempt, which is always something that helps you statistically, and really an indication of teams that can get inside, get to the stripe. The shot getting it done there from the outside.
Well, it is so much fun to watch an elite scorer where he picks his poison. Jock never looks like he's out of control. Always under control. It looks like he's going in slow motion, but he gaps all of his defenders.
Already 10 points for him. He's been in double figures every game this year. And then Matthias turning it over.
Just picks his poison, knows that Isaac Haas cannot bother his shot. On the elevation, Peter Jock, special score.
8th lead change already in this game. I mentioned it right off the top, but Purdue led literally the entire way the first time these two met. Dakota Matthias gets called for the foul there. That's the first down, Matthias. You see Bear back on the bench. That's a really encouraging sign for Hawkeyes fans.
Nicholas Bear, one of my favorite players to watch in all of Big Ten Conference. All the things that he does for his team.
It's the first miss for the Hawks in their last 5 shots, and Spike Albrecht in there for Purdue comes down with the rebound. The transfer from Michigan, who's battled some back problems this year. Isaac Haas in there as well, and Haas is fouled, although you're not going to get much agreement here from the Hawkeye faithful.
Oh, Ahmad Wagner was a little late on the help, but there was a meeting at the summit, and it looked like a... Oh, wow.
Well, on the follow-through, he certainly got it. Isaac Haas hitting the free throw, so first point for him. He's our Motel 6 sixth man. It's a nice luxury to have that fellow as your sixth man. You see the numbers he put up in that impressive win on Sunday against Wisconsin.
You know what else is impressive about Isaac Haas? He averages 21 minutes a game. For the numbers that he's putting up, that's incredible efficiency for a big man, in my opinion, Dave, that's not allowed to play at this level like he could. Gets penalized because of his size.
Wagner misses the layup. And Swanigan, we talked about his relentlessness going to the ground. Dom Ewell there with him. It's a held ball. And it's going to go to Purdue.
Well, typically the first one on the floor comes up with the ball. And one of the best players in the country beats everybody on the floor to the loose ball.
Nicholas Bear back in there for Iowa, so obviously he is okay. Been a while since the Boilers have hit a field goal, about 3.5 minutes. Last 5 points all from the free throw line.
Nice recovery defensively by Iowa that time.
A whistle and a 3-second call on the Boilers. Going to go against Isaac Haas.
Isaac Haas pointing that he got his foot out of the lane. He might have been camped in there quite a bit. You rarely see that called in college basketball.
Bohannon looking around the screens from Wagner. Really knocked away there. Ewell's got it. Weaving through Bohannon in the corner to Ewell, way off the mark. And a battle for the rebound. Great hustle by Bear. We talked about all the little things that he does and exemplified it right there.
I mean, look at that production. Off the bench, this was a walk-on. Young players, young boys and girls who want to play the game. You don't have to be the leading scorer to be effective.
And they capitalize as Wagner gets his second hoop.
Ahmad Wagner is a unique athlete. Undersized 4, so to speak, but at 6'7", he's athletic enough to make up for the lack of height.
Oilers have turned it over 3 of their last 5 possessions. They get it on the block to Haas. What a move by Isaac Haas.
That's a 7-footer, ladies and gentlemen. Starting right, pirouette left, off the glass. Beautiful move.
Bohannon answers for the Hawkeyes.
Ooh, I need to see Isaac Haas on the block again. That was something to behold. I haven't seen him move that quickly in quite a while.
Swanigan has 3-point range, but he wants to get a little closer. Edwards inside to Haas again. Lost it on the way up. Edwards gets it back. It's blocked, but a foul. That's a second foul on Ahmad Wagner.
Look at this move. To the middle, back, didn't put it down, kept his pivot foot down. That's a beautiful move by Isaac Haas. Good defense, swarming defense by Isaac.
9 points already in this game for Vince Edwards. 8 made free throws now for Purdue, none for the Hawks. Wagner sits down with that second foul. Pulls the second one home. 900 career points now for Vince Edwards, so on his way to 1,000. Got a whistle.
Looks like Haas is bleeding a little bit. Terry Oglesby's checking him out.
I just have a nosebleed from the elevation. It's a long way up.
He's a big man. And you know what?
He is enormous.
I hear he's the most popular guy on campus. Very gregarious, gentle giant.
He is tough to miss. Pemsel, after the first time they played, said he had never seen a human being so big as Isaac Haas. And here he was playing against him. Swanigan the rebound. Here's Albrecht now. 6 ties, 8 lead changes. Been a lot of fun so far here in Iowa City. Swanigan through the lane, dumps it off for Haas, and it blocked by Bear. And now Bear on the other end. Thought about the 3, instead he cuts to the hoop. Tons of contact, and they do call it on Swanigan.
Young viewers, are you paying attention? That's a former walk-on, challenging the 7-footer at the rim. Great pass by Swanigan, but better defensive play by Nicholas Bear.
Bear is just a great story. I mean, Fran McCaffrey was originally alerted to him by Bear's sister, Elizabeth, who was a student at Iowa. Had a chance to see him play against McCaffrey's son in the state tournament. Said, you know what? I think this is a guy that might be able to help us. He came as a walk-on. He requested to redshirt his freshman year. He knew he needed to get bigger, and he has become a very valuable contributor.
You know what my nickname for him is going to be is Clark Kent, because he goes in the phone booth and comes out like Superman. He is all over the floor. You know when he's on the court. There's some guys that are on the floor and they disappear at times, not Nicholas Bear.
Here's Albrecht. Carson Edwards, and the foul. Great drive by Carson Edwards. Not a big man by any stretch, but he is fearless.
Well, you can tell that he's very comfortable getting into the paint. Strong build, very confident young man. Goes to the rim and takes the bump. Doesn't matter.
Bear will check out after getting his second foul. Impressive effort, though, when you consider he was back in the locker room getting checked out about 10 minutes ago. So now Edwards, the freshman from just outside of Houston, finishes off the three-point play. Half dozen early on for him.
Associate head coach Jack Owens at Purdue said Edwards had a chance to be special. Got the right work ethic, can score it. You can tell he's already got a really good body for a freshman.
Williams in there for the Hawkeyes. And Matt Painter was telling me Edwards just needs to figure out what is a good shot and what is not a good shot.
Sure.
When you get prolific high school scorers, I think that's often a problem. Here's Cook, back rim it out, and Swanigan, who else, corralling the rebound. Here's Mathias. On the low blocks, Vince Edwards, Jock blocks it away. And now Iowa wants to run. Williams, right to the hoop.
Great job by Peter Jock. Timing the block. Vince Edwards thought he had a clean look. Peter Jock showing you his length.
Christian Williams' first basket in a conference game in his career. Swanigan on the other end. Now Williams. How about another one? Well, there's sophomore Christian Williams with a couple quick hoops, and Iowa back out on top. Swanigan will try the 3, and he rims it home.
I love it. Big fella silences the crowd. Knowing Iowa's on a run, getting the crowd into the game, and he calmly drains a 3. We got 2 of the better players in college basketball, and one of them has the ball in his hands right now.
Here's Pemsel. Working on Swanigan.
Oh,
how about that finish by the freshman Pemsel? Edwards. Way off the mark. Rebound to Cook.
This is where Moss is dangerous.
Jock with the pull-up. One is long. Edwards coming the other way for the Boilers. Feeds Swanigan through the lane.
Carson Edwards, great job pushing the tempo there. Sweet drop off to Swanigan. Christian Williams has struggled scoring the basketball day, but point blank range at 6'7". He's getting to the rim. Hempsel, I'm not sure he thought this was going in either.
Streaming live on BTN to go. Michigan team that'll try to bounce back from getting hammered last night. You take a look at the dynamic duo for Nebraska coming off its first conference loss against Northwestern.
Well, those two guys are special. They've got neon green lights, both of them, so anytime they see an advantage, they can take it. William Watson Jr. emerging as one of the elite guards of this conference.
Outstanding backcourt for Nebraska. They played a thriller with Iowa. Double overtime affair that Nebraska won as Iowa turns it over.
That was a strange sequence there for Iowa. Christian Williams trying to initiate the offense, but seemed to be some confusion about what they were trying to do.
Carson Edwards nearly loses it, and he did.
Yeah, that's where some of that moon needs to show up as opposed to the sun shining all the time.
Fifth turnover for the Boilers, just one for the Hawkeyes. They've gotten 20 of their 32 points from freshmen in this game. Talk about how talented this young group is. Here's Peter Jock, the elder statesman.
Tom Ewell has played well here recently. He needs to come on a little bit.
5 to shoot. Moss rolls it out. Offensive rebound, though, for Cook. Here's Jock. Swanigan the board.
Iowa appears to be attacking Taylor Swanigan every chance they get. They're going to go at him.
Swanigan will try another three. Hit one earlier, hits another one. 11 points for Swanigan.
Swanigan points to someone over here in the Iowa crowd. I guess they've got a little conversation going. He's letting them know.
He has really improved that outside shot. 5th game this season. He's made at least 2 threes. His Jock is fouled on his way to the hoop.
Caleb Swanigan, not a lot he can't do on the floor, and watch this response. Take that with you.
32. Hawks played the last few minutes without Cordell Pemsel, Steven. We take a look at that move inside, and on the other end, you see him kind of grasping his back. It feels like maybe that move inside threw off the back a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like he tried to continue to play, and the back spasms jumped up on him there. So looks like he's returning to the bench right now. A towel over his head, so he may not be available for the rest of the first half.
Very valuable piece for Fran McCaffrey. Here's Cook. Now Jock working around the screen. Nice pass to Cook, who jams it home.
Great job. Peter Jock just draws so much attention, Dave, that he's got open passing lanes through the bigs that set the pick on the screen and roll. That has been money for Iowa here in the first half.
A foul inside on Cook, trying to defend Swanigan.
So it's a double screen. They start one way. This is the second part of it. And Cook comes in, and Carson Edwards is really good offensively. He's not stopping Tyler Cook at the rim. Iowa's really done a great job on that pick and roll to screen, and then they come back and reset it on the other side. putting Biggie Swanigan and Isaac Haas in the popcorn popper defensively.
See Pemsel trying to get loose there on the Iowa bench. Swanigan hitting both of the free throws now. 13 points for Caleb Swanigan. He has scored the last 10 points for the Boilermakers.
Starting to carry that ball club. And you're talking about Pemsel trying to stay loose. He's 18 years old, man. He can stay loose outside as cold as it is.
Jock inside, Cook, and the foul.
I know I sound like a broken record. For young people, that's before CDs, but beautiful two-man game once again. Tyler Cook, after the screen, straight line run to the rim.
Not sure the young people know what a CD is.
That's good.
I mean, you're like 2 iterations.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Behind those people. Cook now at the stripe. He'll try to finish off the three-point play, and he misses that one. Iowa continues to struggle at the free throw line. How about 0 of 5 for the Hawkeyes here in the first half? Swanigan. That's just too easy.
Swanigan looks like he's going to make a move to try to get a shot off, and just beautiful lead pass to Haas. Those two work well together.
Here's Jock.
Iowa is wearing those screens out, and they bring Jock to wherever Isaac Haas is or Caleb Swanigan. Those guys are reluctant to engage him for fear of getting in foul trouble. Iowa's getting anything they want in that set.
Jay Thompson misses that one. Haas the rebound. And Ryan Klein will try one.
Isaac Haas, he didn't even think about it. He looked for a shooter on the offensive rebound because that's the best time to take a three on the offensive rebound. Defense is scrambled. They can't get back to you. Nice job by Haas and Klein.
Biggest lead of the game here for the Boilers at 6. Cook trying to back in on Haas, and a bit of a rainbow there to get it over the big man. Out of bounds by Bohannon.
Look at this play. Biggie, just beautiful look. Dom Mule comes up to help, leaving Haas at the rim. And then you see right there, once again, Jock right in front of Isaac Haas. A little reluctant to try to engage Jock to stay out of foul trouble.
Three from Thompson that goes. The three-point shooting continuing to impress here from Purdue. We told you off the top, best three-point shooting team percentage-wise in the Big Ten, and you're seeing evidence of it here tonight. That is 7 threes now for the Boilers. They're 7 of 12.
You know, with the Boilers, 66% of their made field goals come assisted. So this is a team that is very unselfish. They look for each other in a half-court set. Beautiful.
Turnover there by Bohannon, who stepped out of bounds.
Well, it's not unusual for freshman point guards. They get a flashback of high school, think they can turn the corner. These guys are very athletic. What looks open closes up quickly.
So this has been a back-and-forth game most of the way, but now Purdue trying to extend this lead. It is at 9 as we wind down in the final minute here. Three-point line and the free throw line have been keys for the Boilers. Haas on the freshman Pemsel, left it short. And here comes Bohannon.
So what, Pemsel coming back in the game with back-to-back. He's doing a heck of a job.
Battle for the board. Haas and Pemsel going down hard. Separate him, and I assume they will call a hell ball, which would go to Iowa, but this is a physical battle here.
It looks like Isaac Haas came down on his arm. So he's got a little funny bone action going right there. So he was squeezing his hand, making a fist, opening up his hand, trying to get that blood going in there on his left forearm.
the officials are going to take a look at it just to make sure that we didn't have anything flagrant going on. They have called a held ball with Iowa's possession, which is what we expected them to call, but definitely a play that's worth at least taking a glance at. The Ellingson miss here. What do you see, Steve?
I just see two guys going hard for the basketball. I don't see anything flagrant or malicious intent. Just good, two guys competing very hard.
The State Farm halftime report coming up less than 30 seconds from now.
And you know what, Dave? I think Hempsel was trying to get up, and I think he was going to help Isaac Haas up. So it looked like Hempsel was going to go at Haas, but he was simply going to just offer a hand and help the big fella up.
Well, either way, as expected, the officials decide just on the held ball. I agree with you, Steve. I don't think there was any malicious intent by anyone there. Those are just two really large human beings.
Yeah, they need to check that wood underneath the bucket. That's what they need to check.
Yeah, no doubt. That might be a little bit of an indentation there. It's like Iowa's going to try to hold for one.
There are 16 teams better in the country than this Purdue team. I need to see them.
Oilers ranked 17th, highest ranked team in the Big Ten. Bohannon, floater in the lane, doesn't go. Swanigan the rebound, and that'll do it. High scoring first half with Purdue on top 47-38. The Boilermakers hitting 7 3-pointers, 12 free throws in the first half, and they take a 9-point lead into the locker room, looking to beat the Hawks for the second time this year. Vince Edwards with 10 in the first half. Peter Jock having an impressive outing as well with a dozen. State Farm halftime report right after the break from Chicago. John Crispin, my call. Jock is the veteran on this team, but as we look at our auto owners insurance game leaders, we've been talking throughout the night about how good this freshman class is, and you see the numbers there from 4 of the freshmen.
Well, Purdue got into a nice rhythm at the end of the first half, and now Iowa changing defenses, going through a 3-2 zone and starting Nicholas Baer here in the second half.
There's P.J. Thompson, 7 of 12 threes in that first half for Purdue. This is the first one, though, to start the half. And as you said, Baer getting the starting nod for the second half gave them a lot of energy in that first half, despite taking a blow to the ribs. A foul on the Boilers.
You know what, Dave? I'm curious about the approach of Iowa here to start in a 3-2 zone to start the second half, because when you've got Caleb Swanigan on the floor, you're playing zone. That allows him almost a straight line run to the rim. So they have to be very careful and get a body on Swanigan early.
Steve, that's the 3rd foul on Dakota Mathias, so he takes his seat. Baer trying to work his way in, gets it up over Klein and in.
Baer just continues his relentless play, not giving up on the play and fighting through the contact.
First 2 in the game for Baer. See the Boilermakers yet to lose this year when leading at the half. Swanigan. There's Klein. Shot clock under 10. Shot clock under 5. Swanigan surrounded and he turns it over. Here comes Baer. Jock, the long 3. For Jock in a quick timeout for Matt Painter.
Well, you want to D up Caleb Swanigan, you got to have 2 people to do it. But Nicholas Baer knows where Iowa's bread is buttered, and that brand is called Peter Jock.
When you need tires, you don't need.
Back to Carver Hawkeye. Don't forget to follow the Big Ten Network on Instagram and get the coolest Big Ten sports content before anyone else. Follow BTN on Instagram now at Big Ten Network to see the best images and video of the Big Ten. Some good images early on here for Hawkeye fans. A 5-0 run to start the second half, and they have pulled to within 4.
See what Iowa's doing now? They're in a 1-3-1. They were in a 3-2 earlier. So just trying to throw some wrinkles at Purdue to keep them off balance offensively.
Tic-tac foul there on Pemsel. It is his second. So Fran McCaffrey mixing things up here defensively, mixing up the lineup, Steve.
Just trying to give Purdue a different look. They really got in a nice rhythm at the end of the first half.
They'll lob it inside to Swanigan. Jock knocks it away, and guess who? Baer tracking down the loose ball. Here's Pemsel. Through the lane, and he turns it over, but a whistle. Offensive foul on Pemsel.
They're going to Boborowski. Paul Sale's going to talk about it. Keep it the same way. This is tough. When you've got a big in this situation, he's up off his feet, not scoring. Usually bad things happen. You know what? I'm okay with this because Cordell Pemsel has played extremely hard and well in the first half. He's a rookie, freshman. He's going to make mistakes like that from time to time.
That's the third foul on Pemsel, so he takes a seat. Hawks stay in that 1-3-1.
Vince Edwards is really good at the top of this 1-3-1 just because of his height. He can get into the gaps and take a double team and still see over, make the play.
They'll go to the free throw line.
Good patience by Purdue. They know that they can get Haas on that guard, that single guard on the 1-3-1 underneath the bucket. That was Bohannon that time.
So Isaac Haas to the free throw line. Again, huge disparity here. Purdue now 13 of 14 from the free throw line. Iowa is 0 of 5. 13 of 15 now for Purdue. They are 50-3 over the last 2.5 seasons when attempting more free throws than their opponents. So this is part of the formula, but that's part of the Iowa formula.
Just get Peter Jock in space. He saw Klein come out defensively. He said, I can take advantage of him.
17 now for Jock. There's Vince Edwards. So a pull-up. Doesn't go. And the rebound tracked down by Iowa. Here's Bohannon. Here's Cook now. Trying to work on Swanigan. Ewell. Clock under 10. Jock will take it. Jock will hit it.
And he's not hitting the rim anymore, Dave. It's all cotton right now. So they're going to have to start talking about something to get in his head, because if they don't, he might eat them alive here in the second half.
Leading power conference scorer in America with 19. 7 of them in the first 3.5 minutes of this second half. Ryan Klein. That doesn't go. Swanigan gets the rebound to Haas, and he is fouled.
Peter Jock, he's just rocking Ryan Klein to sleep just to get enough space to get that jumper off. And he comes into the picture here again. Just doesn't need a lot of space. 6'6", long arms, and quick release.
8 points now for Haas. Fouls really becoming an issue for Iowa as Baer now has 3 as well. Pemsel also on the bench with 3 fouls.
But Purdue, they have free throw prowess over most of their opponents. They share the basketballs as well as any team in the conference. They score the ball and shoot the ball from 3 very well. So that makes them an elite team. There's really not a lot of areas where you can attack them. They're not strong.
Hawks are 4 of 4 from the field in the second half. Here's Cook. Shot clock at 7. Stripped away by Klein. Good defense there by Purdue.
Again, that lane looks open, but it closes quickly with an elite team like Purdue. They can bait you into that type of situation.
That's a foul on Haas that time. That'll be the first on the big fella. Matt Painter's team in a dogfight. Basketball on BTN is brought to you in part by Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Find your agent at autoowners.com.
We believe local needs are best served by your neighbors. Whether it's customized.
Trailing Purdue, Hawks looking to beat the Boilermakers here for the 4th straight time. They haven't won 4 straight games here against the Boilers since the late 70s and early 80s. You saw Cordell Pemsel, though, getting worked on. He's been worked over a little bit, too. 3 fouls for him. It has been a very physical game. Here's Jock. Tries to work the alley-oop to Ewell, and he does it to perfection.
Nice wrinkle by Iowa, knowing that everybody on Purdue will have their eyes on Peter Jock when he has the basketball.
7th assist for Jock, tying his career high, but Isaac Haas answers with a dunk of his own.
Double high post there, where Biggie was at the free throw line. Isaac Haas sets up in the paint and just throws it over the top.
Here's Jock, gets his man in the air, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Watch everybody paying attention to Peter Jock, and that's a beautiful feed to Dom Ewell behind the defense. And then for Purdue, look at the double post up. Cook trying to front Haas that high in the lane. He'll learn from that situation.
Jock now with 20 points. As he rattles home the first free throw. Journey did an unbelievable feature on him last year, an incredible personal story, a native of the Sudan. His father died in the Civil War there. It's a brother who played at Penn, a mom his mother is in the Sudanese parliament. Really an amazing kid, and has developed his game. Gets called for the foul out top, trying to defend Swanigan. That's the first on Jock.
Yeah, all that he and his family have been through, and got hurt in high school, so a lot of people kind of shied away from him, but Fran McCaffrey and his staff developed a great relationship with him.
Travel inside by Swanigan. Turnovers are an issue at times for Caleb Swanigan. And they've been a problem for Purdue here tonight with 9.
Swanigan's had 8 turnovers in a game this year, so he got his force in the action.
Quick release there from Jock. Offensive rebound to Cook. Bohannon will try one.
Wow, that was such a quick release. Caught his shot ready. Now the crowd into the game.
How about the Hawks erasing a 9-point halftime deficit in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half? Klein with a 3 of his own. A half dozen for Klein. And now Bohannon. Yes! We've got ourselves a ball game. Matthias has 10 points now for Bohannon. Swanigan in the corner, Spike Albrecht. Another 3 for Klein. Wow.
Going back and forth. Shootout at the OK Corral here.
I would say so. 58-57. They got 13.5 minutes to go. Oilers 9 of 16 behind the arc. I mean, at a certain point, you just try the heat check, I guess.
Yeah, but Fran McCaffrey's looking to his staff like, what is he doing?
Clyde misses his offering. Swanigan the offensive rebound. Albrecht thought about it. Now Swanigan working on Ewell across the lane.
Well, that's where Purdue can get you. Everybody's now concentrating on the 3 because Klein's gotten hot. You space out towards the 3, and Biggie has it one-on-one on the block. Not much you can do with him down there like that.
15 points, 8 rebounds for the big fella. Matthias stripping it from Jock. And now Matthias, no numbers. Kick it in the corner to Klein, and Purdue will try to get something going offensively. Swanigan. Great dish for Haas. A lot of contact, no call, and Haas has 13.
I'm so impressed with the way Purdue shares the basketball. Right when Iowa was starting to get some success and momentum, they snatched it right back away from them. A couple threes by Klein, a couple buckets inside. They're right back with a 5-point lead.
7-0 run here for the Boilers. Hawks, 6 to shoot. Jock hanging, lost it on his way up. And then a foul inside. I think the Purdue players are arguing he caught his own air ball.
I think he's right. I think they're right. Bo Borowski's trying to explain it to Matt Painter. You see Klein talking to Jock, and they're all laughing at the line. Yeah,
Bo Borowski is coming over to explain it to Steve here, so we'll see what the call is there. What do we got?
Bo Borowski said a shooter can catch his own shot if we deem it that he's trying to shoot the basketball. So he's saying that Jock was in the motion of trying to get the ball to the rim. It just came short. He can catch that attempt without it being a travel.
There you have it. Jock hitting the free throw now, 22 points for him. Great free throw shooter. Rolls them both home. He had hit 28 of his last 30 coming into today's game. 3 of 4 in this one, and Jock will get presumably a quick breather. He's already over the 20-point mark for the 10th time this year.
Iowa goes into their half-court press and falls back into the 3-2 zone.
Foul inside. .58, Purdue on top of the Hawks. Foul there on Barrett.
Once you get really good execution by Purdue this latest stretch.
Bo Borowski came over to talk to us during that timeout to further explain that Peter Jock play. So what he explained to us is you can catch your own air ball. Anyone can catch their own air ball. You just can't catch your own pass.
Right.
He said he literally sees it once a year.
That's right.
He's glad to share it with us. And we were glad to share it with you.
Yes. Such an unusual situation.
Very unusual play. Here's Swanigan. Left it short. By the way, that foul right before the break was on Ryan Kriener, who was checked in. Where's number 15? He's a freshman from Spirit Lake, Iowa. Here's Bear to Kriener. Now 10 to shoot for Bohannon. Inside, Kriener around Haas, and how about that from the freshman?
That's a heck of a move. Spin away from the defense, uses the rim to shield him from the defender. Good job.
McMahon, who was an all-state pick last year, had some high major interest. Minnesota, Missouri, among others. Here's Albrecht through the lane. Swanigan had it ripped away by Kriener, and now a held ball. Kriener and Haas, and again they go down in a heap.
And see, that's what Pimsel was trying to do the first time. He's just trying to help Haas up. Nothing malicious between these two teams at all. They're just playing hard. Good hustle. Kriener trying to take it away from Swanigan. Haas like, no, I want this ball.
There has been no shortage of intensity here, Steve. I mean, this has been a hard-fought game. Matt Painter not exactly thrilled right now as he's talking it over with Paul Sells and two officials at the scorer's table as well, taking a look at the replay once again just to determine whether we had anything malicious there. Kriener, I mean, look, you get 3 minutes a game. I mean, he averages 7, but there are a lot of games he doesn't play at all. You come in, and this is what you do.
Well, and also, Dave, when you're beaten by 22 points in the first matchup, that leaves a sour taste in your mouth. And believe me, Fran McCaffrey let them know about it. So when you come back out here, I don't care if you're a freshman or a senior, when you see Purdue again and your home floor, you're going to have some extra motivation. The way they took down Wisconsin and the way that they're playing, this is a wonderful opportunity for this young Hawkeye club on their home floor. Boy, Pimsel his back is bothering him. You can tell by the way he's trying to move. Big fella's gutting it out.
Pimsel playing with the 3 fouls, but if you're just joining us, he went down very hard in the first half in one of those scrums, and really has had back problems ever since. They've been applying a heating pad to him on the bench, doing everything they can to keep him in the action. Here's Kriener. How about Ryan Kriener? Couple of hoops.
And the bench loves it. His teammates they are grinning ear to ear.
Tied once again. Halfway point of the second half. Matthias gets his man in the air, and he'll go to the stripe. A savvy play by Dakota Matthias.
You hit it on the head, Dave. Right there. And nice pocket pass. Kriener able to finish, but Matthias recognizing he had Isaiah Moss guarding him. Shot clock running down. Simple pump fake gets Moss off balance. Matthias struggling with foul trouble for most of the game because he's been trying to guard Peter Jock. That's a heady play right there to stem the tide.
And Matthias hitting both free throws. 5 points for him, but as you say, a lot of effort expended on the defensive end, and hasn't been nearly as successful as he was the first time against Jock. Weaves his way through and now has 25.
Hey, he's got pro tempo to his game. He does not rush, but he gets wherever he wants to go.
Edwards is going back to the free throw line after he draws another foul.
I mean, between the legs, around Biggie, step through the defense, and just nice layup off the glass. Hey, it's just another day in the park for Peter Jock, making it look easy, where very few in the league can make that move.
That foul was on Kriener, his second, as Vince Edwards gets his first points of the second half. He had 11, remember, in the first half, and he was on fire early. Has cooled off since. And one more. Trying to expand this Purdue lead back out to 2, and he does.
Edwards did a great job in the first half, 11 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Yeah, you get that kind of production across the board. Takes a lot of pressure off your teammates.
Been a fun one. 9 ties, 15 lead changes. Iowa trying to retake the lead here with the 3. Bohannon. Now Kriener. What a story Kriener has become in this game.
Well, Biggie Swanigan, if he's going to play off of Kriener and give him that 15-foot jumper, he's going to take it.
And a rebound to Bear. Well, Kriener can shoot it. He was a guard until early in his high school career as Ewell misses the jam. I think he jammed his wrist trying to throw that one down as Ewell is in some serious pain. Matthias for 3, and he hits it. And now a timeout as Dom Ewell's going to need to check out of this game.
Yeah, that didn't look pretty at all, and the amount of pain that he's in. Gets to the rim. Oh, I think he got his thumb caught up on the rim. Yeah, on that miss. Yeah, I think it's his thumb that he's grabbing at.
So Ewell takes a seat, just 2 points in this game after 10 in the home win here over Rutgers the other night. A near turnover there. Jock again. That one's short. Haas the rebound for Purdue. Here's the freshman Edwards. Through the lane, the lefty layup goes.
He is. You can see why he's going to be special. I mean, he saw the lane, went to his offhand, had Peter Jock draped all over him. Didn't matter.
8 points for Edwards. Jock's been red hot. That one doesn't go. Haas the rebound. And a carry as Edwards turns it over. Talk about an unforced error there, Steve.
Coaching staff doesn't like it. Vince doesn't like it, but you see Dom Ewell moving that thumb. It looks like trying to get some range of motion, trying to test it out a little bit. Edwards trying to get up under Peter Jock.
Offensive foul there on Cook, setting the screen. That's the second foul on Cook. 71-66. Both teams red hot here in Iowa City. The call on BTN in partnership with Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Push button, get mortgage. Brought to you in part on BTN 2 Eastern Time. Huskers off to the great start. Wolverines got thumped in Illinois yesterday. See if Nebraska can get back on track after falling to Northwestern. They started 3-0 in the league. 71-66 here, a mini 5-0 run by Purdue. Try to add to it here. This is Vince Edwards, now Matthias. Matthias for three. One doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, and
I like that call. I like that call because they could have gotten Haas over the back. They just gave the ball back to Iowa, so I like that call. Play on. Now, the Wooden preseason top 25 watch came out today. Caleb Swanigan is on there, obviously. Peter Jock is not. So whoever's on that committee needs to wake up.
Oh, alley-oop to Cook.
Peter Jock setting that back screen. Haas not able to respond quickly enough. Nice set play by Iowa.
Cook now with 10, 8th double-figure game for him in 11 outings this year. Remember, he missed 7 games with a broken finger. Here's Edwards. That one rims out. And Edwards, the other Edwards, Carson Edwards, saves it, but saves it to Iowa. Greener. Bear. And the rebound to Haas.
I like that look by Bear. Is able to step in with momentum into that shot. No, it didn't go. Like that opportunity.
Edwards. Not there. Rebound to Bear, and a foul. Going to go against Haas. That's 3 on the big fella. We've had some outstanding highlights in this one, and that would be toward the top, Steve.
Oh, no doubt about it. Peter Jock comes from behind. You see him rush screen Haas right there. Carson Edwards, the freshman, is supposed to help out on that. He's stuck watching Peter Jock. Tyler Cook is at the rim. Both of these teams have really made some great adjustments throughout this game based on what they're seeing. The simple wrinkles.
Here's Jock. 27 now for Jock. And the lead's down to 1. Oilers have struggled last few minutes on the offensive end. Edwards missing there. They missed 7 of their last 9. Iowa with a chance to retake the lead. Jock. Here's Cook now. Cook in on Swanigan. Spin move, left hand. Tyler Cook with a dozen.
I almost thought he waited too long, Dave.
Iowa back on top. First lead in quite some time. 72-71. Matt Painter going to talk it over.
Back to Iowa City where the Hawkeyes are relying on their senior leader coming fast off of the down screen. Catch and shoot. And then Cook. Nice spin away from Biggie Swanigan off glass. Tyler Cook showing you the future of Iowa basketball is very bright.
Big-time player, the freshman from St. Louis. Winding down toward the 5-minute mark. Matthias, not there. Great hustle by Bear. What a play by Nicholas Bear.
Now you know why I want to call him Clark Kent. Going to the phone booth, young fella. Goes up for the offensive rebound. Has a presence of mind to hit it off Biggie Swanigan. Nicholas Bear is a coach's dream.
That was a fabulous play. Now a three for Jock. Jock's got 29. Klein.
Oh.
Yes. Ice in the veins.
Oh, I love this. Klein responding to the challenge, stepping up. Looked like it was some NBA range.
And now Jock loses it. Here's Matthias. He's got Thompson with him. Knocked away by Bohannon, but they call a foul.
Wow, I thought that was pretty good anticipation by Bohannon. He made a play on the ball. Let's take a look. That's pretty good play by Bohannon.
I'm with you. Let I remind you, officiating is a difficult job.
Oh, the toughest in the game.
As Matthias hits the free throw. Don't forget hockey on BTN tomorrow night. Gophers and Michigan. It's BTN Hockey presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Coverage starts at 9 Eastern. BTN and BTN to go. Gophers part of a three-way tie atop the league with Penn State and Wisconsin. As Swanigan, Matthias rather, hits both the free throws. 17th lead change of this game. Here's Bear.
Good job by Swanigan coming over to stop the clear path to the rim.
Greener rims it out. And it'll be Purdue's ball.
Well, they don't like the call. They could have gotten Tyler Cook over the back. Purdue ball, play on. Greener with the jumper. Going for the offensive rebound. Play on.
Mike, thanks. I will admit to being intrigued. So looking forward to hearing about that on the big show. Some news and notes here. You see Minnesota losing to Michigan State in that first game as a ranked team in 4 years. Gophers, one of the better scorers in the Big Ten so far this year. Illinois really laid it on Michigan, as we talked about last night. 2 blowouts yesterday. And Nebraska, that's a big blow. Ed Morrow's been playing really well.
He had really been playing well. Nebraska was just starting to develop some depth. And so he's a key cog in what they're trying to do. Tough break for Ed Morrow and Nebraska.
Heck of a ball game here, 76-75. Boilermakers come in ranked 17th in the nation. Klein way off the mark, but tracked down by Thompson. Did not hit the rim. Not everyone aware of it on Purdue. Finally, Matthias throws one up, and Pencil is fouled by Swanigan on the rebound. That lack of communication there from the Boilermakers.
Now, thing with Purdue, in first halves of games this season, 47% from three. In the second half, 28%. So it's starting to go according to form here for Purdue, where the three-point shot is not as effective here in the second half as it was in the first.
Feet inside, Cook, right over Haas. 14 for him, and Iowa back on top. 18th lead change in this game. Swanigan rolls it home.
Boy, Swanigan was in the mid-post. He drifted up to the free throw line where there was a seam in the defense, able to catch the pass and finish. Man, this is... Are we getting paid for this?
It's not checked. That's 4 points in the second half for Swanigan. Remember, he had 13 in the first, so Iowa doing a good job of locking him up. Here's Jock. Slides it inside. Great feed to Cook from Pencil, and Cook goes to the line.
You know what? I love what I just saw from Matt Painter. He was like, he told his guys it's all right that time, because that was just a wonderful offensive possession for Iowa. Swanigan and Haas cut off the initial drive, but Pencil made a beautiful wraparound pass. Not much you can do with that.
So now Cook to the line. Could give Iowa the lead if he hits them both. That one does not go. I'll tell you, were the Hawkeyes to lose this game, they will look at the free throw stripe as a big part of the explanation. With 3 of 10, Steve.
Yeah, Cook 57% on the year. His form indicates he could be much better than that.
Now has 15. We are tied at 78.
Got Jock on the hold there. Like Iowa mixing it up there with the full court pressure.
Number 2 on Jock. And Purdue will shoot 2 here. Not necessarily the guy you want to send to the free throw line. Ryan Klein has not missed this year. 7 of 7. And now he has.
Interesting that when Klein's on the line that time, it looked like he was off balance.
Kind of lost his balance. Yeah, it was strange to see. And he missed them both.
Cook may have banged that finger that he injured earlier. He went down a little bit, trying to clench his fist and let his hand go.
78 all stolen away by Edwards. Here come the Boilers. Numbers if they hurry. Klein has slowed up. In the corner, Thompson. Not there, and the rebound of Air.
Ooh, Caleb Swanigan screaming at his players, get me the ball. Caleb Swanigan, a little bit upset that he's not seeing the rock right now.
And Fran McCaffrey wants a timeout.
Caleb Swanigan not happy right now. I mean, he is letting his teammates know. Look at him. I mean, he's been efficient every time he's gotten the ball, Dave. I see why he's upset.
I'd have to say message received. I mean, there was no subtlety about that. He certainly made it clear. 78-78, certainly no surprise coming down to the wire with these two have played plenty of close games this year.
They have. I tell you what, I really have to tip my hat to the Iowa Hawkeyes. When you are talking about a young team that was a defensive sieve, and they've come back and started to play like this is amazing.
It has been extremely physical. Get a look at it here, Steve. You could put together a long highlight reel of guys going to the ground hard in this one.
Yeah, and Boborowski came over in one of the breaks and was talking about, man, this is just good, clean basketball. These guys are just battling. I told him to check the wood underneath the paint area. 600 pounds hitting that floor one time.
Kind of feels like the Big Ten of your era.
Yes, it does.
Now, the Hawks have played a lot of close ones. 3 straight games decided by 6 or fewer points. They have won 2 of them. You see the game reset here. Purdue shooting 2 the rest of the way. Iowa is in the bonus. Fran McCaffrey has 2 timeouts left. Matt Painter's got 1. Here's Bohannon weaving his way through. Cook lost it on the way up. He'll go to the stripe.
That was a great set play. I thought Bohannon could have gone in for the layup.
Yeah.
And he, wrapped around and got it to Cook.
So now the free throw line where Iowa is 4 of 11. Cook was just here a moment ago hitting 1 of 2. Very highly sought after recruit. 17 high major offers. Kansas, Purdue among them, but Iowa the first high major to offer him a scholarship, ultimately chose them over Florida and Arkansas. He played with Jason Tatum in high school, 5-star freshman at Duke. So overshadowed somewhat, but certainly everyone in the country knew how good this guy was going to be.
Sure. Got that active body. Nice frame at 6'9", 250.
Crowd coming to its feet. 79-78. Hawks clinging to the 1-point lead. Swanigan, Haas had to alter his shot. Bear doing a great job defensively. Now it comes out to Klein. That's not there, and Thompson's got the board.
Oh, and Bohannon's hurt. I think he must have stepped on Klein's foot, rolled his ankle. He's going to have to gut it out on this possession.
Here's Swanigan. He demanded the ball a moment ago, and now he loses the ball. Yeah, Bohannon can barely get across midcourt. He's saying, I'm okay. Wants to stay in there. Bohannon weaving through. Here's Jock, 12 to shoot. And they turn it over. And Matt Painter calls timeout. A 6-second difference. Game clock and shot clock. His team down by 1, Steve.
Yeah, well, you've got a couple of different options here. Even though Klein missed his last 3-point shot, you could go Swanigan to a high-low that we've seen before, where Swanigan can either go or feed Isaac Haas, or they can look opposite for the 3-point shot for Klein or Mathias on the floor. So Purdue got a lot of options here on this possession. As
you said, though, the three-pointer has kind of disappeared as a weapon, particularly down the stretch here for Purdue. We saw Swanigan demanding the ball a moment ago. When you have a player who has in that frame of mind, Steve, what do you do as a head coach?
You just try to settle him down, and you notice that Purdue went back to him and got him the basketball. Now, he calls a turnover, or Iowa calls a turnover, but they got him the rock. So in this situation, you're looking at multiple options for Purdue. And to me, that means Biggie Swanigan in that key area, that free throw line area, looking opposite either for Haas, maybe going one-on-one, or looking opposite for a 3-point shooter.
Iowa trying to hang on for what would be a very significant win for this young team. Again, they have won their last 3 home games against the Boilermakers. This is a very different team, obviously, than a year ago. 6 first-year players. They lost 4 starters off a team that went 22-11. 3 of their top 4 scorers are true freshmen, and then, of course, you got Peter Jock. So the future is bright, but they're concerned about the present here in Iowa City these next 28 seconds. Let's see what Purdue does. Swanigan setting a high screen. Klein gets it to Swanigan. In the lane. Left it short. Rebound to the Hawkeyes, and Pemsel is fouled.
Well, Iowa's got to settle down because it's not over yet. That's a big play. It's a big stop. Biggie Swanigan wishes he could have this one back. Right at the rim. Couldn't finish. Nice challenge by Cook without fouling. But now Pemsel goes to the line, and 55% free throw shooter. So
he's already missed 2 here. Cordell Pemsel has. And the freshman, he has been banged up throughout this game. The back has been bothering him. See if he can fight through it here at the stripe. A 1-and-1, and he backheels it out. And whose ball will it be? It'll be Iowa's.
In that situation, Klein and Swanigan. I know they're going to check, Dave.
Yeah, they're going to check the monitor
But
here.
you never let the official make this call. If you can get this loose ball, you go after it. And you see Swanigan's trying to block people from getting it, thinking that he's going to get the ball back. You've got to go get that ball. It's a very close call either way. But still, You don't want to leave it up to the hands of the officials in this situation.
Yeah, no doubt. I got to tell you, though, I think it went off of Cook.
I think you're
As
right.
we take a look at it here, I think they may reverse this.
One more look. Yeah.
But I hear you. I mean, look, we have the benefit of replay, and they'll get it right. And if Swanigan turns out to be correct, then you let him off the hook, I suppose. But there was an easy solution to that one. That's grab the ball, Steve.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm old school, Dave, before instant replay.
Right.
So
you didn't leave anything to chance.
No.
Back in the dark ages. But I do think pretty clearly that one goes off of Cook.
And that anytime you see the officials at the table for a while, it typically indicates a change of the initial call. But this has been a fantastic game.
It really has been. I mean, the effort on both sides has been fabulous. We've had some highlight reel moments. We've had some bodies hitting the floor. I mean, there's been a little bit of everything in this one.
Sharp shooting on both ends.
No doubt.
Purdue early in the game, proficient from the three-point line. Iowa pick it up in the second half.
They're just 4 of 15 from 3 in the second half, Purdue, though, so Iowa's done a really nice job defensively. And waiting for the call here.
Yeah, see, Bo Borowski was checking with Paul Sells first. Now Bo leaves the table and brings Terry Oglesby in to do the same thing. I think you're right, Dave. I think they're going to change this call.
Well, they have been nothing if not thorough on this, and obviously you want to get it right.
Well, and this is a veteran crew. I mean, these guys are some of the best in our game. They'll get it right. They may need an escort out of here afterwards, but they'll get it right.
79-78.
And to think that Iowa lost by 22 at Purdue, comes back 10 days later and has this kind of effort. Oh, my goodness.
Interesting.
Wow.
It will stay with the Hawks.
I guess it was too close to overturn. But Purdue has to foul here quickly.
Now, Matt Painter wants an explanation. It seems to me it's a fairly straightforward one, which is that the officials believe the ball went out of bounds off of Purdue.
They're going to make a substitution, probably get Haas out of the game for defensive purposes.
Haas has 4 fouls, although it's Swanigan who's going to come out. He also is playing with 4, and certainly you can't afford to lose him.
You give your team, if you're Matt Painter, a chance to go for the steal in the first 3 seconds. If not, foul after that.
And Christian Williams calls a timeout. Couldn't get it in bounds. 79-78, Iowa and Purdue going right down to the wire.
OT, Jock for 3. Yes, sir! Peter Jock puts the Hawkeyes on top. They win their conference home opener.
3 seconds into the front court. Lyle, no! Purdue survives. The step back for the tie. Nebraska, for the first time in 41 years, is 3-0 to start conference play.
So these two, no strangers to close games, and they are in one right here. 79-78, Iowa's ball. Bo Borowski came over. What did he tell you, Steve?
Just inconclusive. They couldn't see from either angle if Klein's finger was off the ball when the ball was hit by Cook, so they kept it the same way.
And again, look, it's very hard to tell. It's certainly hard to tell on the monitors we're looking at. It may have grazed it, no doubt. And again, they can't get it in. And again, need to burn a timeout. I beg your pardon. I think they may have put, did they call foul there, Steve? No, I think it was timeout.
Yeah, I think they got the timeout right at the last second. But great defense the last 2 times by Purdue to force 2 timeouts here in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. At a certain point, you got to figure out a way to get the ball in bounds here. once they do, you were saying you let them have it for a second or two, you try to force the turnover, and then you go after them and foul them.
Yeah, I think that you give your guys a chance to double team the ball quickly wherever it goes, try to swipe down. If you don't get it, then you foul. But you give them that opportunity to come up with a steal. You may not have to foul if you can do that quickly.
It's a tough place to inbound the ball from as well.
Especially with a 7-footer guarding the basketball.
that does tend to influence things a bit. So Bear trying to get it in, and this time they do, and they foul the freshman Bohannon. Well, P.J. Thompson.
You wonder where Jordan Bohannon gets his toughness from. 2 of his brothers have played high major basketball. And so when you have brothers that can play at that level, you're going to be tough.
Iowa Mr. Basketball last season, Gatorade Player of the Year in the state. Playing at Linn-Mar High School in Marion. He hits the free throw. 11 points now for Bohannon. And Fran McCaffrey was saying to me today, you know what? He's just got moxie.
Yeah.
He's just a fearless player. He believes in himself. And this is not a moment for self-doubt.
Oh, no doubt about it. And you got to remember, he's gutting it out as well. Turn that ankle. You would know it right now.
A 3-point lead. And so now the question becomes, do you foul if you're Iowa? 3-pointer on the way. Matthias can't get it to go. Bear the rebound. He is fouled. And Iowa looks like it'll pull off the upset.
Well, Matthias got a little space, but that ball has not been kind to them here in the second half from 3.
And Bear makes it a 2-possession game. The Hawkeyes on the verge of getting their second win over a ranked team this year. They have beaten Iowa State, and now they have beaten Purdue. As the Hawks rally from a 9-point halftime deficit, they pull it out by the final of 83-78. Their 4th straight home win over the Boilermakers. First time they've pulled off 4 in a row here against Purdue since the late 70s and early 80s. 6th straight home win overall for Iowa as they improved to 11-7 on the year, 3-2 in the Big Ten. The Boilers falling to 14-4. They are also 3-2 in the league. And you see Dakota Matthias off the screen from Swanigan. Had the chance, could not get it to go though, and Iowa pulls it out in impressive and dramatic fashion. Purdue went scoreless at the wrong time. A 6-0 run to finish the game for the Hawks.